Hello duelists! Rustmarrow here. The Japanese Yugioh portal site has just dropped us a bomb, revealing a brand new World Legacy archetype that is set to debut in the next booster set, Cybernetic Horizon, which actually will release tomorrow. So let me just introduce this brand new Palladian archetype to you guys real quick. Of course, I'm super hyped for it because it's a continuation of the World Legacy lore. So first we have 5 effect monsters, each of different types and attributes. The Palladium of Magic Realm, a Fire Spellcaster, Palladium of Vast Sky, Light Psychic, Palladium of Sacred Tree, a Water Warrior and a Tuner, so maybe we'll be seeing some synchro bosses with this archetype, Palladium of the Celestial Bodies, a Wind Dragon, and finally Palladium of the 100 Beasts, an Earth Beast. Now all of these effect monsters have 2 effects and share the same first effect. You can only use their card names effects once per turn. Their first effect allows you to special summon them from your hand to a zone a link monster points to in defense position. From this effect alone, we can already see a sort of parallel with the original World Chalice or Stargrail archetype, in the sense that this new Palladian archetype is most likely built to support achieving high link summons within a single turn using the same stepwise pattern we saw in World Chalice. For example, you summon a Palladium, make a link 1, special summon another Palladium to its link, make a link 2, special summon another Palladium to its link, and it goes on like that. Now let's take a look at the second effects of these effect monsters. Magic Realm's second effect is, if this card is normal or special summoned to a zone a link monster points to, you can target one Palladian card you control and one card your opponent controls, and destroy both of them. Vast Sky's second effect. You can target one Palladian link monster you control, and only that monster can attack for the rest of the turn, but any battle damage it inflicts to your opponent from battling a monster is doubled. Sacred Tree's second effect. If a Palladian monster or monsters you control would be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can banish this card from your graveyard or your side of the field instead. Celestial Body's second effect. If this card is normal or special summoned to a zone a link monster points to, you can target one Palladian card in your graveyard except Palladian of the Celestial Bodies and add it to your hand. 100 Beast's second effect. You can target one Palladian link monster you control. During this turn, if it attacks a defense position monster, inflict piercing battle damage. So it seems that out of all of these main deck monsters for Palladian, we are still lacking a dark attribute monster, which Konami may be keeping as a surprise for tomorrow, or maybe for release in a later booster. So now let's take a look at the Link monsters. We have Link 1 Magia's Palladian, Link 2 Regrex's Palladian, and Link 3 Archlord Palladian. Now we can instantly tell that Magias and Regrex seem to be evolutions of Magic Realm and Thousand Beasts, but Archlord is a bit tricky. He seems like he could be a fusion of Vast Sky and Celestial Bodies. First, Magia's Palladian. Required materials 1 Palladian monster except Magia's Palladian. His first effect is, this card gains attack equal to the original attack of the monster it points to. Second effect, the monster this card points to cannot attack. Remember these first two effects well because all the Palladian link monsters share them. As for Magia's third effect, you can only use it once per turn. If an effect monster is special summoned to a zone this card points to, you can add one Palladian monster from your deck to your hand. Next, Regrex's Palladian. Required materials 2 effect monsters, including a Palladian monster. Just like Magias, it gains the original attack of the monsters it's linked to while taking away their ability to attack. This card's named third effect can only be used once per turn. If an effect monster is special summoned to a zone this card points to, you can add one Palladian SpellTrap card from your deck to your hand. And finally the boss, Archlord Palladian. Required materials 2 or more effect monsters, including a link monster. It has the same first 2 effects as Regrex and Magias. Its third effect is, once per turn, this is a quick effect, you can tribute one Palladian or World Legacy monster you control that this card points to, then target one face-up card your opponent controls. Until the end of the turn, that card's effects are negated. This is quite a powerful effect because you can chain it in order to counter monsters, spells, and even traps. Now let's take a look at the spell and trap cards revealed for this archetype. Reunite Palladian is a field spell which gives all your Palladian link monsters 500 attack, and its second effect is, once per turn, you can target one Palladian monster you control. It can attack all monsters your opponent controls once each, but no other monsters you control can attack this turn. Crusade Palladian is a continuous trap and you can only activate one card of its name per turn. First effect. When activated, you can tribute one Palladian monster or World Legacy monster in order to special summon one Palladian monster or World Legacy monster with a different original name from your deck or graveyard. Second effect. While it's on the field, if you control a Palladian Link monster, your opponent cannot target monsters for attacks except Link monsters. Finally, the quick play spell Obert Palladian, you can only activate one card of its name per turn. Target one face-up Palladian monster you control. This turn, that Palladian monster is unaffected by card effects except its own. So now that we are done looking at the effects, how exactly does this new archetype fit into the World Legacy lore? Well, Vaska is totally Avram, but he looks a lot older now, so I assume there's been a time skip of maybe about 5 years since the events of Flames of Destruction. From his armor, we can tell that he still possesses the blue jewel he inherited from the blue Mech Knight. And from his tattered cape, maybe we can assume that he's still doing a lot of fighting. Maybe the Troy Mares are still alive and causing destruction all over the world, and he's assembled this group called the Palladians to fight back against them. Because the word Palladian itself refers to an artifact that was said to confer protection on the ancient cities of Troy and Rome. What about his team? Well, I think it's safe to assume that Celestial Bodies is the World Chalice Guardian Dragon, all grown up. The rest of the team is completely new though. Also, Ningils isn't with him anymore, so maybe he died during the time skip or went solo in order to get revenge for the death of his sister who he failed to protect. Remember, he was looking completely devastated in the artwork of World Legacy Echoes. Maybe we'll see him return as a member of the Palladian, but as the missing Dark Attribute main deck monster. The rest of the cards don't tell us much, but Obert Palladian seems to suggest that Avram is able to use the power of the Blue Jewel in order to power up his allies into their Link forms. So here in the artwork we actually see Magical Realm and Thousand Beasts being transformed into Magias and Regrex. Hopefully once the booster releases tomorrow, we'll be able to learn more about what exactly happened to the world of World Legacy over this time skip, and who or what enemy our heroes are actually facing now. Who knows, maybe the ones they are fighting are actually the new versions of the ritual monsters Demise and Ruin, even though I kind of doubt that. If you enjoyed this video, do give it a like and let me know your thoughts and how hyped you are for the Palladian archetype in the comment section down below. Of course, don't forget to subscribe for more Yugioh OCG content, especially booster box openings on the day of release. And with that, hope to see you guys in the next Yugioh video.
Let's access the spinning, swirling data storm, and with the wind our hearts are made to